There we go. Okay, there we go. Yo, what up, Arkland? What up? Oh, you're at work. Wait, you probably are at work. There you go. Oh yeah, after doing stream 2 days in a row. Go to demo. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, 2 days. Leaving soon? Ah, I see. What, that did hit him. And he's dodging everything else I throw at him. I came here so that I can start working on leveling up my some of my units. I don't even know what happened here. I came here to do something important, and then we were, and then this happened. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. This is like a side quest I just happened to stumble upon. What the fuck is this shit? Okay. Huh? What the fuck happened here? What's going on? What the fuck is happening? I just wanted to go farm some relics or something. I ask that question every time I'm in the kitchen. No way. Where are we? What's happening here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them up there? The ties of the deeps by the shackles of the Fortuna. Phobos goes forward to the path of justice. I just wanted to farm some stuff. That's all I wanted to do today. Or at least have a look around in this area. I guess we could do the story. Remus. I wonder what that could be. This is you and created free, blah blah blah. Okay. The turn save of 2 phases of collapse. You cannot control your own creation. This simply has brought us neither justice nor happiness. Fresh blood and water. Okay. We went through some kind of like, I don't know, something. Death. I just wanted to have a look around. I don't know what I started. Prelude. There is something here. The only problem is like going up this. Okay, where exactly could it be? Where is it? Is it above us somewhere? I don't see it above us. Where the fuck could it be? Not down here. Oh, maybe it's over here. Oh, it is over here. Okay. For entertainment is it's blank day, so Oh no, don't call me that. Oh. Okay, I did not want to come here. I didn't mean to start this quest line. I don't know what it does. I didn't mean to start the quest line like this. I swear. Okay. Oh, and he passed out. And he might be dead. I think he's dead. I wish I could just skip this all. But there's no skipping in Genshin. So we're forced to click our way through. There's there's only one reason why I came here. I also don't know why I need to level up some of my characters. You dialogue? It's dialogue without what's it called? So where is it here? Let's have a better look up here. Oh, there it is. There's nothing wrong with the dialogue. It's just like I didn't come here for dialogue. Oh, there's one up there. Came here to unlock some things. And then we're going back to the story. And then it's over here. What's this? Unclaimed rewards. There we go. How many days does it say? 4 days remain for me to do this stuff. Missions, yes, I understand. Yada, yada, yada. Guide. Missing something in the guide? Doesn't look like it. See, this is what we came to look at. I don't think I can do this one right here. Depends. When bottom life increases or decreases the value, the character will gain a buff. You can use this to affect resistance more foes efficiently. Maybe. I don't trust myself to do it yet. But here, the reason why we're going around is because we're trying to level her up. But I'm not. Oh, so we just need rainbow roses. Auto add. Where does one get this from? There's a quest I have to do to. Oh, I see. I see. So in order to get it, I see. We're so doomed, guys. I'm just saying that right now. We are so fucking doomed. So claim that. Oh, yeah, there's the last one for this one. We'll do that later. Nope. That. And then we have nothing else. Let's just have a lovely walk on the beach. Okay. So are they talking about this? I don't know what they mean by that. Oh yeah, we could just. How do I dive in? Is there a way to just dive in? Doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe it's that thing that we have to give that to the other thing. Ah. Because then this is. Okay, so. Next. Oh, nice. I got something out of it. I'm just kind of having a look around, guys. I'm going to be honest. I have to dig. What the fuck? Each piece of paper? Okay. Hydro signals, okay. Not sure what we do about these poor crabs. They didn't deserve the death here. But we did it to them. Okay, so what does this do? Hydro. Okay. Oh, and then use. Okay, how do you. Okay. Now we got it. Okay. We're also looking for roses, I guess. They're. I don't know where you find them. I'm going to be honest. I just want to see what else is on this lit island. There's to be a few more things on here before we leave. Look at this big thing over here. Oh, they're not friendly. I repeat, they were not friendly. The quabs were not friendly. And now this guy wants to talk to me? Like, what the fuck? Well, I don't know what that was all about. Guide to Justice. Wait, did I see a chest over here? My mind must have been playing fucking tricks on me. I think I can fish right here. Oh, I can. When does Honkai get me the fishing? Oh, fuck. What the fuck? Oh, interesting. This is very interesting. Oh, and now they're gonna start showing up in like this. The fuck? Oh, and then the last one, of course. And then this. And then we found it. Easy. Yeah, that was kind of cool. Kind of cool little thing. Okay, let's go back to this map. Okay, see, like it wants me to do that stuff, but I'm not doing that stuff. That's not what we're here for. I think this is what we're under teleport ways. Okay. Okay, I don't know what. I think this is the thing I'm supposed to fight. No, that's not the thing I'm supposed to fight. What the fuck am I supposed to fight here? But that's where I'm supposed to go. Is this thing? No. I'm supposed to fight something. And we don't get to unlock unless we do more of the story. So it looks like we have to do the story in order to fucking do anything. I'll play their little game. Okay, I'm not sure which aqueduct we're supposed to take. We're supposed to take one of these though. Because we're about to go watch a magic show. You guys like magic? Go to the front Fountain Plaza in front of the opera. I still don't know how to get there. I'm gonna be honest. Magic? Yeah, magic. We're supposed to go over there, which I think we're supposed to take like an aqua train, which I think I need to go through here and then we go around, get to it. So sparkle. Well, it's not sparkle, you know. It's no sparkle magic show, but it's a magic show. I think we go here. How did I get there last time? I think, what the fuck? I like how there's just this like little furry guy back here. Oh, okay, so I don't think it's this area. So it wasn't in here that we were supposed to go. Oh, I think it's on this side. Maybe? Or can I get to the said platforms through over here? I'm doing some unconventional things here, but because this is the aqueduct that we need to go to. No, we need to go to the center of this. Yeah. I think we want that bottom one right there. This place is so nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the better places. I still think Inazuma is like my favorite, like overall aesthetically pleasing. This is a close second. I think we're going to the second floor. And then we go over here. I don't know if this is the right area or not. Maybe we need to go down one more floor. Aqualines. Passengers denied the Emperor. To take the Navi Alliance special notice due to force. So where is the Navi line? I don't know where I'm going for this. We're just hoping. Hmm. Surely I'll find the way eventually, guys. Surely. I think I need to go down one more floor. Or maybe I went. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's what it comes down to. I'm just an idiot. This is the floor that we were supposed to go to. So why is the thing not here? Wait, where is it? What did you just say? Oh, there we go. When does this immediately? Oh, look at that! Look at that, guys. We're on a nice boat ride with a furry as our guide. Darn. I like the hair. What, of Raiden? You like Raiden's hair? Her long braid? She's a god. Yeah. Yeah, I spent a lot of money on her. Like the god hair. Spent a lot of money on her when she first came out. This is like the only game that I actually wailed on. Keep hitting the caps, but you're fine, you're fine. Computer equals hard. No way they're not super grasping pins. No, thank you. I had a fun time. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to pick this up. All right, look at that. We made it over here. That's where we're going. I'm gonna go over there real quick. Oh, see, we need these roses. Gosh. The more roses I have, the better opportunity I have to level up. The one person I'm leveling up right now. Hey, nice, there's a healing troll. Aw. Oh. Oh, I was like, what the fuck did it happen to it? Okay, that isn't what I'm looking for. Are there any up here? That's what I'm looking for over there. Not this stuff. I just want to see if there's... Oh, there is. There was a reason to do this. Fudge. I missed. Okay, surely that's close enough, right? It is indeed. And just like that, we unlocked a whole other area of this place. Like, this is like all Fontaine right here, and then this is stuff in Sumeru that I haven't even fucking touched. So, own 5, we need 20 to level it up. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. It's fine, it's fine. Everything's fine here. Time to go watch a magic show. We're going to go watch a magic show. Ooh. Ooh, I saw something over here. I saw what I needed. I swore I saw something here. Oh, there it is. Wait, these aren't the ones I was looking for. Damn it, they got my hopes up. But I'll take these. A lot of those things here. I'm just seeing if there's any. Oh, they saw me. You know what that means. We have to kill them. Don't forget, murder is always the best way to do anything here. I don't. Oh, I see. Okay, I just know what we're supposed to do here. To watch. So what you're supposed to do is actually have them. And now you can kill them all. And we get that. Easy as pie. Death is the only way. No way you said that. Death is not the only way to do things around here, you know? Oh, I thought that was something like somebody just like dead laying on the ground or something. It was a dog. Mine will have a happy ending. Viewpoint. My goal is for one day. Oh, roses. Okay, we need these. My goal one day is just have all my friends play Genshin again. Force them into it. There's no game sound? Dude, what the? I've been playing without any game sound. Hello, how we doing? We're doing good, we're doing good. I can't believe Elfie didn't tell me we were playing with no game sound. I've been fighting this whole entire time and she didn't say anything.
Whoa, now this is fancy. The opera at the Clay.
We're about to watch the magic show, Belly.
No wonder Linny and Lynette were
Yes, way. She didn't tell me anything. Been streaming for 30 minutes with no. Oh no, she's at 35.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy
She gets stronger and stronger every day.
Pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
Magic, magic.
I guess if there
Yes,
are
magic indeed.
There's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
That's not.
Maybe this is one of the
true.
customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
Vache.
Vache, huh? Wait, what's happening here?
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing things?
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here.
I also learned I was just gonna farm for to level up my unit, but
You scared
I need to progress
Paimon!
through the storyline to get to the boss that we need
Winnie
for.
asked me to wait here for you, remember?
So now we're doing the story.
Right.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie things.
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all.
I can't wait for next
I
week to
suspect
pull
that what
on
you
Robin.
heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element.
Oh,
Others in my family have had similar experiences.
It's because of her sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait,
who do you cry?
what does that have to do with anything?
She cries all the time.
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Then you should understand
All the
that
above.
tears contain your most intense emotions.
Ah.
Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
So, what did the voice say?
Basho.
Huh. If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first.
How's your brother doing?
Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Linny might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's go in and see Linny.
What if I don't want to see Lynn, you know? Ever thought about that? What if Lady doesn't want to see us? What then? Do you think the Rainier Shogun would enjoy performances like this?
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived.
What do you mean
But
by
you're
early?
actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. Wait just a moment. I'll
Hell
fetch
yeah.
the tickets.
We even get the best seats in the house? Hell yeah.
The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Ooh, front row seats. Thanks, Linny.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
So why is he doing all
Hey,
this for
Lenny.
us?
Could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there.
Why is he being? Why is
Seems
he
there's an
being?
issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Linny.
So what do you think is going to happen here? Anybody want to take predictions on what's going to happen here? Yo, this place looks sick. Who's that? Who's sitting right by us?
Oh, these should be our seats. Come on, let's sit down.
Does Paimon get her own seat, or like, or does she just float there? Who's? Oh, I think it is. Is this awkward now, guys? Does this make it awkward?
uh.
Who's this?
Hey, traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us.
Vina.
Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still, it's kinda awkward if we don't say anything. Ah, you little... Of course you put this on Paimon.
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh!
I like his voice though. This is very
So you
treatment.
heard all of that, did ya?
Yeah, Lenny Lenny.
30 years. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down. Wait, that's not it. Paimon's... Sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. So, let's talk, but, what should we talk about?
Oh my goodness, Paimon. Oh my goodness. She's fumbling hard, guys. She's fumbling so hard.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Linny's too?
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Dude, who does he remind me of?
Oh, so you're not friends with
I
Linny
love
then.
him. Then why don't you have him, Barry?
It's getting more
Huh?
awkward by the second. Paimon nearly forgot to make her
God,
introduction.
negative Riz? No
Nice
way.
to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Vaudain.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tevat. And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see
Monsieur
my show.
Nervlet.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait, Nervillet? Could he be...
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is.
Monsieur
Allow me to
Nervlet.
introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's
I don't
the
have him
symbol
because
of
I don't play
justice
this
and
game.
honesty here in
SMH,
Fontaine.
SMH.
Ooh, sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really. And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to,
I like his eyes though.
there's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now. I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression. So
Well,
I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
flustered. What an interesting area this is.
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro
I
Archon.
only need to look at him to be
She
happy.
sure has a smug and satisfied look
So
on her
imagine if he
face.
had it in
But
game.
she
Then
has
you
no
can
idea
look
that
at
we
him
saw right through her
in
act.
game and be happy.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
We may now join the show. Damn.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
I come back to the computer.
The show's finally about to start! Paimon can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real live magic show before!
The crowd enters the venue. Okay. Oh, cutscene, guys. Cutscene. Shh, shh. We gotta quiet down.
Oh, they're dimming the lights. The show must be starting. Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
She sounds like, man, I don't want to do this.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers
Magic
performing
Tweaking,
magic
Magic
is
girl.
not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today.
Oh, they took
Both
the vision.
Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you might miss her, but don't worry, she'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say.
I thought they
never know what can
usually
happen
have
in the blink of an eye.
making those. They don't say that. Oh,
A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless.
they're brother and sister, okay? Like sometimes they have similar names. Just tapping and cards are just coming out. Oh, a dove. Father likes to recycle days. No way the father likes to recycle names.
But this isn't what you came for.
I can't wait to meet their father.
These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky.
I'm so good at it.
Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do.
Oh, he has no clothes on now.
Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Huh?
Damn, I didn't do that. Yeah, just look my clothes. I thought something bad was gonna happen. Dry cleaning included.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? How did he do that? Paimon didn't see him do anything. Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she do disappear and then reappear out of nowhere.
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking. To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared.
BRB? Okay, okay.
Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen.
The cat.
I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member.
I bet she's gonna be
Please,
as.
if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here and one is there in the aisle among the audience.
Okay.
I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow, how's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector.
I don't think it's really that
It
all that
selects
random.
numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate. Now then, let's begin. Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to
Seat
experience
3.
magic firsthand.
It wasn't us. I
for
thought
an
it would be
entire
us.
minute. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible.
Hey, look, I got
You
balloons.
don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meropide.
Yeah, that would be kind of unlucky.
Okay.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh, Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 58.
57.
60, 59, 58!
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
This is kind of ominous. Why is the music kind of being odd?
53, 52? Huh? Why aren't you counting, Nervalette?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
I love his eyes. His eyes are so pretty.
You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something. 40, 39!
It's just something doesn't feel right.
Mr. Lenny, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, midair right above the audience.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
Hmm? What was that bang?
What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it.
25! 24!
Why a bang? Don't worry about it, Mary. Don't worry about it.
What's wrong, Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here. I can't tell left from right.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show is what's important.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds. Hear them counting?
19! 18! 17!
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
10!
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5! 4! 3!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Okay, there he is. What about the girl? Something. Oh. 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 What the
Is this
fuck just
part of the show?
happened? No.
Mr. Lenny, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
What happened?
This was not supposed to happen.
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
I'm not
This
even.
performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of justice.
She's a little
No need to be
flustered.
alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
Holy shit. After some time, the grades complete their investigation.
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe. Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience.
Yeah, what the fuck? What happened to the
And
guest
after
at the
an
audience?
initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is
I was
nowhere
here,
to be
but
found.
was
It appears that this incident was
Look
not
for
merely
tomorrow.
some mishap with the performance,
Oh, lunch for tomorrow. Okay.
and there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
The serial disappearances case?
Not the serial disappearance
That's the
case.
that Charlotte mentioned before.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing.
Be
Really,
good.
using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale.
No way it's
Underestimate us
connected.
that badly. I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
Oh, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not?
Why would
Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
I don't think this is quite right.
Right! How can Lenny do this? He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides,
We even saw him
before the
once in
show,
there.
He told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linney and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
I just think that he... Well, it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
Oh no.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing.
Please.
That's right.
Just taking
I
the
mean
credit.
you, traveler. You'll support Lenny, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the
What?
first time we met.
Don't get it. Why does she she just wants to fight us in court? Why does she want to fight us in court so badly?
Then there's no problem at all. You know, the traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met. But with Lenny's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser.
I just don't get
And
it.
what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the
The
opera.
grandest is
It wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last time.
I understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order. Well, traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric
Cosby
aside for a
silly.
moment, I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend him in this case?
guys, we're now becoming
Very
lawyers.
well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth.
Man, we get to Ace Attorney this shit. I like it.
Linney and his troupe are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot Outlander can build in such a short amount of time.
So guys,
I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
what is the first thing that we got to do as a lawyer? Does anybody know?
Lenny!
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this happen? And poor Cal. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, Do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
She's a bitch. What the you mean she's a bitch? Say objection? Got it. I just say objection.
I understand. Even I'm not sure what happened, so I can only imagine how difficult it is for you to grasp the situation. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not, and I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate! As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Oh.
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh?
Now she's the Sherlock Holmes.
Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel funds.
It wasn't for her travel
I
funds.
think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste.
Not the
Lynette.
glasses. What do you mean, not the glasses?
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now. I need to get back to my normal self.
There's a
With
guy.
the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that. We'll be counting on you.
Yes, I have no
Thank you
law
so much.
experience, so like.
Yeah, just leave it to us. Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
That's an excellent
well,
question.
I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial. 'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it.
Boom, ba, ba, boom.
But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well worth it. We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks.
Can evidence
We'll
like
go
go
speak with
prove
the
when
guards,
trial
and
easy?
In the meantime, you can go
Is it that
investigate the
easy?
stage and the seating areas.
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case!
Detective Paimon is on the base.
Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
No way.
What do you mean?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props,
It's
as
truly
well as
daddy.
assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged.
It's an
As you
interesting
probably
marking.
saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it. This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Or does he?
Are you both good friends of his?
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
At least a day.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence. Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that I'm warning you for your own good. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
You can use the case record to confirm the current evidence and clue collection search and sort the related information. Okay, you can check the undiscovered evidence and clues. Case record, okay. Okay. I can't believe where we became identity, okay. Now we found one of the.
This is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
Who the fuck knows?
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler? Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left. Huh. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means... Wait! Why don't you write all this down? Let's take notes!
Okay, we got the special rope.
Hello there! What are you investigating?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troop members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list. Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself.
From Fontaine?
Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. The Magic Troop members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troop at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay then.
Thanks for letting us know.
I'll need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Yeah, I wonder where she went.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. Linny reserved our seats for us too.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Even though it's bad for Linny's case, Paimon had better write it down.
I wish it would let us, like, check it. What the fuck? Did you see that?
Lenny's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining to do. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but that's alright.
So we don't get to figure this part out. Hey, there was an... Oh, this box.
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too. If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, alright?
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly.
It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
I'm of the
where
opinion
did
that
the
it may have
thud
been
go?
the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank or something like that. When the
No.
pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
But wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing. Oh, that's true. I suppose I must reconsider.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
The sound. Yeah, what was that sound? It was Boku getting beat up. Where else have we not checked? trying to think of where else we haven't checked yet. All that. Where, oh where, oh where, oh where do we go now? Not thou, not you. Must be something up here that we haven't seen yet. What could it be? What could we be missing? Maybe we could talk to this person again.
Lenny's still talking to the guards. I think someone will be... Lenny's still talking to the guard. I think someone will be...
What else could we be missing here? Talk to him. Dude, it has to be something that's like super obvious.
Lenny's magic tricks were the stuff of...
Or are we missing something here, maybe?
Go ahead, have a look around.
There's something back there. What could I be missing? Nothing here. What could we be missing? How do I look at my my thing? Where is it? Not that. Not that. What am I thinking of? Where is it? It's this though. It's none of this shit. This. Read.
Why would it be him? We all heard that noise, didn't we?
Where's this?
However, people needed to register and reserve a seat for the show. That, combined with this number selector, could allow you to pick a young lady instead of some old fogey. People needed to register. We all heard that. Gosh, no wonder the serial disappearances never got solved.
I feel like we're missing something, but I don't know what. What have we not checked?
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here! I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Oh!
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Well, you're right on the more about that one.
Navia, yeah, Navia.
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula? From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
Call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselles' various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh?
I love her. I thought about getting her, but I never got her.
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No, no need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Navia.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand. That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so too! That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally.
Intuition.
My unparalleled intuition. Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she?
I guess you're right.
Uncommon for her. If you remember, the justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her. All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Wow, I don't think we have
I'll
any
say it
choices.
does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Well?
Not always.
And why would that be? See, Silver and Malus? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I too think that the traveler's response was most excellent.
Most
No matter
excellent.
how
You see
wonderful
that?
the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Malus. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors. Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be
Kinda.
my assistants.
Kinda.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
Just now.
Oh, well, I can be the assistant.
I can be the assistant, what the
Or your
fuck?
companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
That's more like it.
Some trials are entertaining as hell, but only when we know the culprit is hella guilty. Like Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth. You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In
Those
this
old
sense,
things
our
are
goals are aligned.
You have a point. don't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Linny's tricks. Thanks!
Okay, we did it, guys. We talked to her.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes, after the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on. I doubt there was much opportunity then, either.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck.
Just my luck.
I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave. We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful info.
Very useful info. So look at that, guys. Even more info.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going.
Damn it, I thought we were still doing it.
Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
Alright, you ready to see how magic is made, guys? You ready for me to ruin your
Then I will be
illusion
going
of magic?
Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower.
My illusion of magic was broken on
Got a little carried away
the
there.
incident. What?
I'm a partner of theirs.
No
and
way
we'll
on
be
the
helping
incident.
investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick.
No way
But
it was
before I
prepared
reveal
under.
everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here?
That was in the other one, isn't it? Oh.
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board.
Oh.
So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get? Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
Of course. That's why you could hear
figure
him.
out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel.
Of course,
See
the
this flatbed
tunnel.
trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was
I don't
put
think Paimon
inside
gets
and be
it.
moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Very interesting of a trick.
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
That's
And
clever.
what about Lynette?
Clever.
Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we
So
were
was
able
the
to
sound
coordinate
result in
Lily's lines with the
something
assistant.
going bad in the
And
switcheroo?
by the way,
Probably.
I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change
Oh.
of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this
So
trick.
so Lynette.
Only Lynette and I can perform it.
Okay.
So that's how it all worked! Wow! Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last!
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would.
Would.
But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off.
I sure wouldn't.
To think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes,
No
of
way
course,
they're
no
not.
need to be
They're-
so
okay,
strict
okay.
now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
I'll try my best. Now we can go perform it. Oh goodness. What the fuck is this? Why is there a grappling hook here?
What's this? Looks like a hook tied all kinds of odds and ends here.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
We've made a note of it, guys. I repeat, we made a note of it. Still gotta go around and find the other stuff. This is broken.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Oh, Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear? And here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Oh.
Whose dress is that?
The clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right?
Oh.
Her clothes are here.
Why are her clothes down here?
She's nowhere to be found.
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them? Ugh, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
Oh my god, please let me examine it. Same? No way you don't want to be a detective.
What is this place?
It seems someone could fit through here.
Huh. Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, this space would be too
Well,
narrow.
mistaken, I'm in jail? No way.
In or out of here?
No way you don't want to be like Ace Attorney.
Oh, you're right! Let Paimon write that down.
I'm glad that
Since we're just about done investigating down here.
Paimon's here writing stuff down for us. Oh my goodness. Why is this all of a sudden like nice? How does this even work? Complete various encounters in your adventures to obtain encounter points. You collected commission rewards and through in place of completing daily commissions, you can obtain 4 commission rewards each day. Once you have obtained these 4. Oh, okay. So this is just a different way to complete your. Yo, I leveled up.
Let's head back up.
Alright. So how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How about you? How are you doing? How you doing? How's it going? Hope you. That's good. That's
We've
good.
ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. Seems to me.
How's your stream going today? It's going pretty good. We're just going through the story for Genshin right now, since we're pretty far behind. We just started Fontaine like last
What did
night.
the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one
We're
left
just
through the
kind
basement
of
during the
sorry
performance
if
or
I
after
disturb you.
the
No, you're
incident,
fine. You're fine.
And no one was found hiding.
We're just chilling. That's all.
So the tunnel's become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
So maybe he's stuck down in the basement. Have they checked the basement?
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Linny and Lynette.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
So we check the basement?
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the
Okay, but he did,
During the proceedings, the Chief Justice
one
and
second,
the
Mary.
oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
I don't know. If it's personal, I don't think I can quite answer it for you. Whatever it is. I guess I just don't feel comfortable as super personal, you know? We figured out, like, the possibility, Barry, of, like, how everything good to go down if there's another person besides Lenny and Lynette.
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides.
I
the
think you can
defenses
help
from
me.
attorneys,
I don't
witness
know.
testimonies, and
Like, as
even
I
the
said, if
audience's
it's a
emotions
personal
will all
thing-
be projected on the oratrice.
I just don't know.
It's as if the oratrice has its own will and is a judge in its own right.
Like, I don't know
This
you, you
also
don't know
precludes
me.
Any kind of favoritism on
And
the
if it's
part
something
of the Chief
personal, I would
Justice.
rather you
Not
ask somebody
this has
that
ever
you
happened
know,
anyway.
maybe to help you, than asking me
Sides
to
have
do
finished
it.
Speaking. The Chief Justice will
A
make
complete
his final
stranger,
decision.
you know?
This, too, will be used by the oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
I mean, I guess I can, but no promises.
Paimon thought Neverlet called the shots.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment, which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to
So
leave
what
this
is
place
the
before
Oracle?
trial.
We'll find out, dude. We'll find out.
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
Or he's
They're
yes.
concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Freak out at any time. What the hell, Silver? What the hell's wrong with you?
There's no need for that. Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Are they providing food? They better be providing food.
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you.
I want to see if we found everything. We haven't found everything. There's two things that are... Well, the tunnel, we're missing two things. And up here, we're missing two things. We found everything right there, so... We're missing a couple things right now.
To try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too. I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all.
Bye,
Just kidding. Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Huh? Here? But how?
Understood, Demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the Demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
If there's no snack, we don't work? No way.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
These three are quite the interesting group.
Justice for the snacks.
From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process. But you ended up doing the entire
I like how
thing by
Paimon
yourself.
still has the glasses
Egg
on.
whites, grinding almonds, everything.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
So I was applauding.
Paimon was just thinking, aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty beating egg whites and baking like this?
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks. Don't underestimate beating egg whites, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack. Anyway, give these a try, fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
Only 3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might
Bitches
send all
be
that sugar
lazy,
to your
my
head.
people jet be
You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite, strong black tea with a floral fragrance that clears the mind and lifts the spirit. No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
All right then. Down to business.
Those some big ass snacks they
Mentioned
are.
previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a
I think one of those
secret
would just
chamber.
fill me right up.
However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed
The
confines.
macros good. I've never had one. They're pretty
Couldn't
okay.
commit the crimes, of
I think it
course.
depends on what kind of macros you have.
Any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
The flower vase and the
Don't
thud
judge
heard
me,
during
I'm
the
picky.
performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person. But the only people left to consider are both technically victims, whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowl.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowl before making her escape?
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guards said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
Were we not thorough enough in our search?
Missing a few key
From the
evidence.
sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. Your macarons are amazing though, Navia. They smell great! They're nice and crisp and super sweet!
They are my specialty after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
5 of them?
5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3, honest!
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough. Wait, even you don't believe Paimon?
The only thing I know about them is that they're a pain to make.
If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach!
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. No big deal. Malus, set up the stove again if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
He's making more.
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, demoiselle.
Mademoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Dude, they're prepared.
Well, this really is your hobby, huh?
Well, that's it for snack time.
I say
I'm going to have another
macaroons.
look around the area.
Fight
Don't
me?
know what we're looking
No.
for yet.
I'm good
We
without
still
fighting.
got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the two of you think the case over again. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
Alright, thanks for your help, and for the snacks.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Maloose, it's time to go.
I'd lose
I'll be back if I find
anyways.
anything new.
No way you'd lose.
Alright, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial. Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare. Here, take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
Can I like...
Why would it be? There was no third person.
So I'm guessing...
Whoever the murderer...
I'm guessing those two will come into play later. But I can fight for you. So what I'm hearing is that Barry's going to fight me. Nice. Score 500 points earlier during...
Inactivity serves no purpose.
Oh yeah, now we have to... I'm gonna learn to make this next for you again. Sure you will, sure you will. I'll believe that when I see it. Maybe you're more motivated? No way you got more motivated.
What do we do? The whole situation is so confusing. Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands. Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Best of luck to you.
Not the best of luck to me. You feel? Sure I will, sure I will.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
Not so great.
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Well now, don't you all look disappointed. Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed. That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
I just don't understand why she wants to fight us. Like, she, like, constantly just, like, I want to fight them.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session. Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
You know, heard of U.S. court? And nobody heard of the U.S.
Thank you,
court.
Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is
I'll tell you something, but he's just an ass. What do you mean? He's not an ass. He's the judge. He's being fair. He's being fair.
In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what
I'll tell
did you
you.
hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I
No?
kept track
What
of
do
the
you
time
mean,
and
no?
built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
How could Lenny not know about the sound?
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box, and I definitely heard the thud.
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
Hold one, just let me spell, check myself, okay.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed,
He's a majestic man. I love
in
him.
the blink of an eye. Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
The House of the Hearth?
They're Fatui?
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
That's very true. Like,
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute. Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it.
I don't think it does.
The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes
I'm still mad at Capcom.
I suppose. This was almost too easy.
Oh, wait till you meet the father.
Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
It literally has nothing to do with it, though. This is different.
Order.
It is very different.
Mr. Linney, allow me to reestablish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the
My
House of
father
the
do
Hearth.
be fathering.
Are these claims true?
Agree to disagree.
Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
Novity is he is.
Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
See, he's doing nothing wrong. Literally, Novity is doing nothing wrong. He is.
I knew it.
Well, that's
He's
it.
being a
Might as
fair
well move on to the
judge.
sentencing already.
What should we do now?
I believe that he's being a fair judge right now.
Granted. In that case, what is your request?
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
Order! Order, I say! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought.
What is one the case? Or I don't like him.
Let's allow the joy of victory to steep a little while longer.
She's not gonna be laughing for long when she loses. I don't think it really matters.
This is
It's awkward.
I didn't think Hydrotron would dig all that up. I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
You need a way to win.
Yeah, sorry.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two. We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys. Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad!
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain. I know you've clashed with the Vatui several times before.
Multiple
times.
times.
Just
To be
hearing
friends
your
with some
voice
of
enough
them.
to make you upset. But our
I don't know, it's
organization
just-
is
it's probably the
very
audio.
large, and the Harbingers have
It
very
happens once
different
in a while.
personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
If I need a new one. Oh, okay.
Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
At least in not this case.
You both say that, but... Right. Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now!
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick, with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice.
Someone's voice?
Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought. After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we
The
want
best
to
leave
keep
for
the
sleep.
Hydro Archon's
And I have fired.
seriously watertight defense.
Peace is next time. Bye bye. Alright, Delphi. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. We'll never know how this ends.
Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
Ah, his statement. Alright. Time to resume this case.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact.
Let it be aware what it is. We've learned that Lynette and Lenny are Fatui. That
long enough.
Lenny went to investigate something.
Everyone would lend me their attention.
We've learned a little bit more.
Let's revisit that scene from Linny's perspective.
Based on the account of the events, you can identify loopholes if they're in fact in the statement. No way they evil, yeah. No way they would be evil. No way because of their father. Hey, why does this remind me of Danganronpa?
Countdown began. He entered the tunnel.
Time for a gym.
When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud. He did not realize that this sound could be heard by everyone.
This is more Danganronpa than...
Which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her.
That seems a little time for despair. No way.
Having heard that strange noise and caught Linny
No way is time for
red-handed.
despair.
So Linny proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box. Afterward, Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowl's death would be ruled an accident. And And there you have it.
This is so
That's the
Danganronpa.
truth behind what happened.
This is so I'm in despair because
Does the defendant's side have any
Eventually,
objections
one
to Lady
day.
Farina's description of the events?
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events. What Linny experienced and what he saw.
So this is correct.
According to Linny, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
Please, not that. So there's nothing here. Oh wait, this one is kind of locked into Lenny, so he knocked into the vase. So that's correct. Using the vase, removed her clothes. And her, oh. I'm trying to think. It has to, I think it has to do with this. Right?
Linny went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the actual truth.
And then this one is this?
Linny did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
There we go.
Attention! Ace
We did it.
Detective Paimon has
We're so good.
something to say.
Yes, Ace Detective Paimon.
When the countdown started, Linny did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored.
Ace Detective. Yeah, he is. Yes, he
In
is.
that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time.
See, usually this part of it like happens at the end of the court.
The surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent. Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that! Oh, wasn't it awesome?
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
That's right!
My reasoning?
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Oh, They have a point.
They have a point.
That's right, you tell them! And that's why they're partners of mine. They've managed to turn things around.
Oh, well, your denial is very strident, I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims? Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't?
You claim has now become my weapon. Damn. Where is Lenny's irrelevant? Wait, what am I doing? Which evidence that Lenny wasn't in the tunnel when the triangle? So that's all. So it's one of these three? Has to be this.
That's right! Lenny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance. This means that when the crime happened, Lenny had already entered the basement via the vent. The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
Well played.
To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Lenny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
Select the gear icons of an claim. So the garden investigation reports indicate that the firework released near the end of the burst through the rope, spinning the water tank in the station caused the water to kill the crowd below. Lenny is no longer under suspicion. Only other members of the troop would have been able to tamper with the props. Lenny gave the detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work. By using the box inside, it was an idea of a box containing the audience members and transported via a tunnel underneath, and Lenny himself would also use the tunnel to get to the other side. Having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant are changing the stages. The humans we found in the tunnel, the reason remains unknown. Collect any clue to detailed information.
Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along?
Who was the only person who could possibly commit the
The
crime?
deceased's name is Cowell, Lenny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
But why would he do that?
Could
That would
there
be
have
a
been third
twist.
person involved? Is that really a possibility?
It's not that.
The deceased's name is
What if it was the deceased? That is. Oh, I see. I see. What a twist.
That can't be right. Are you serious? The killer was, in fact, Cowell, the deceased!
Oh, is that so? How interesting! Let's hear your reasoning then.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
So it would have to be.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
So that's one of them. So what?
His clothing was in the tunnel. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Lenny as well. The sound we heard may have come from a clash. No one entered or left the The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment.
The incorrect hypothesis? What do you mean incorrect? So I have this
No one
right.
entered or left the Halsey's clothing was.
I have this part right.
The sound we heard may have.
That part right.
The deceased's name is Cowell. It would have been tough for both people. The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's.
But that isn't the correct hypo. Do they have to be in the same order?
No one entered or left the opera house through its. The deceased's name is Cowell. It would have been tough for both people to. The deceased's name is Cowell. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So there must have been some fear that she.
So those two are not correct.
No one entered or left the. It would have been tough for both people to.
Not that way?
Linny was not in the tunnel. No one entered or left.
We're missing something. What is it, dog? What is it, Hardy? Came here to see me? Hey, buddy. What you doing? Like that? You like me petting you like this? Doggo, yeah. The old one came to see me, and he's just standing here, just getting loves.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
I see how it is. So this was all just a bluff. And here I thought you had something to show for it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely.
What if she's still down there?
Magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the performance.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Objection!
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant.
Now we have the
This
vase.
was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water.
Now we got something.
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped. Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind. If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
Just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick. Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about two completely different things.
Even so, I trust the traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards,
He's such
please
a...
step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased Cowell.
I like it. It's like he's not like swayed by anything.
We are still examining the
like a fair
items,
judge.
but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are
we love him for that.
water from the primordial sea.
The primordial sea.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice.
Damn.
The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject.
Okay, that's a little bit scary.
That the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
That's why we got the magic bags.
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
We're fine.
Just trust me.
We're fine.
Order! Order!
Yo, he has that cane.
It
He
is
did that thing.
undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to
What
be
the
found.
cane do?
Guards,
It makes a
please
loud
continue
sound. That's what it
examining the
does.
items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor.
Beat
If we
people
uphold
too.
this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all.
It still doesn't make any
Let's think about
sense.
this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
New evidence has been. So we have Cowell.
The deceased's name is Cowell. Now it seems like the hook rope was not... The water from the primordial sea should...
And then what else?
I remember remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box. Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have... I remember there was something...
Oh, we got it. I'm too good. Dude, look at that. I'm too good. Holy shit. I'm too smart. I'm too smart for people. Big brain.
It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again! In the original plan, Cowl would tamper with the water
Juices flowing, indeed. After taking my math test today, everything is just like, I look at the world newly now.
Halsey would lowered. The metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowl would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Suicide.
That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person? What a humiliation.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence. I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
So what does he have now?
Thank you, Your Honor.
How's this going
We
to
were
tip in
just
not our
inspecting the
scale?
luggage of the other people involved in this case. And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
Huh?
What?
Ah.
It can't be.
We're being framed.
Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack
See,
only to come back and
I'm
wound you.
gonna be honest. He's part of the Tui.
Clear all doubt?
He would have been smart enough to not have in his belongings.
Loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Oh no, not a swift close. Begin. Oh no.
Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent.
Okay.
Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowl then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime.
Why would he want that? What?
He knocked Cowl out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization.
So...
Am I right, Mr. Linny?
We've used up all the evidence.
That is nonsense, exactly.
Here. Is this the end of the road?
I don't think it is.
Oh no! Paimon can't think of anything either. It doesn't look like there's any way around this. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this happen?
There's no way we can't refuddle that. There's a bunch of different evidence that we could use to...
I think we've all seen enough now, and we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning. I believe this is indeed the finale. Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view,
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout, and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Linny, if you would be so kind.
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Lenny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf. But as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
Okay, let's see it. Ooh. A little bit of weak side.
Voila.
And voila. And there she is.
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence. I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
He was hiding.
I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl.
I knew it.
I admit it.
Oh, so Cal didn't dive to himself.
What? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt.
Why is a
I heard that
Mustanian
Linny's
here?
show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before. But
now
I
you
was
have.
noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Lenny was the one who caught me in the act.
Oh.
No wonder you look familiar. So you
Oh.
were the thief.
She was the thief from last night.
Skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was onto me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee, but then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
So the
That makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lillian's perspective.
Maybe that's not it. This one right here isn't.
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowl.
And then so is this one that we need to change? Oh, it's probably this.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lily Ann's attempt to break out when she was frightened. Lily Ann was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just what one might expect of an experienced thief.
There we go.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time! Having been selected out of the blue, Lily Ann panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lily Ann had not dissolved. He did not know that Lily Ann was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket. Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lily Ann back into the box.
Back into the box you
The
go.
two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lily Ann came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
But why dissolve only work on Fontanians though? It must have to do with like some kind of curse, probably because I think Fontaine is like cursed by something. By previous generations of Fontanians. And like they're kind of like they're probably cursed like the what's their names? Like Dane with immortality.
Inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So she has been trapped in the opera house these last 2 days.
She had
2
already
days.
become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo! Bravo!
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No. I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow. Look at that. She's like a deflated balloon now.
If there are no objections,
deflated
then as the
balloon.
Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events. The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lily Ann was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Liliane. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim. Liliane, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the
But
opera
like, my
house.
question is the fire.
As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera
What about the
house,
what about the
and was
fire?
thus
What about the rope?
of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent.
We're like missing a major
While
plot
there is
hole
much
there.
in Linny and Liliane's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Yo, that was Honkai. Are we getting a 5-star here, guys? Did we put our tickets in there?
As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
So we won the case.
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the
They
water
were
from
testing the
primordial
pole
sea
aim
in
here.
Linny's baggage?
I see the pole animation.
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dared to bring before this court?
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes?
Damn, he's been caught.
I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
To Coupon Town? That sounds like a great town.
Following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
The protection of the guards.
I'll tell you everything I know.
What if he just
Our
got...
boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve.
What if he just got shot right
It can
there,
also
man?
be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent mora off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about. The...
And now he has turned into water. Well, this is not good. He turned to a...
He can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
So we know the Fatui was in it.
So, we're just going back now?
I guess. I mean, I don't know.
That's true, but...
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
Can we meet your father? I need to talk to him about how you treated us.
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end, even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui. I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight.
Here's my thing.
I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent.
Let's look at this.
I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny.
So everyone in Fatui we have beef with, besides Child.
It's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all.
Does that make any sense to me?
Who you might
Child's just a special boy.
Approached recruiting us.
He's the
back
golden
then,
boy.
too.
A knave?
She's your father.
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? It's about my past. Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets. To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was.
No way his heart is dark.
At a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Oh no. So he was gonna... But what
no way.
Deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law. I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the knave standing there in the darkness.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans. Father, I mean, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her.
Father is
I
good.
had just been betrayed by nobles.
Father knows best.
But she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
She has her own plans. She has gained permission from the Sarita to first use the Gnosis' power once she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
I mean,
right.
after seeing what just happened, I think that
currently working to combat
prophecy is pretty right. Right on.
Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. Everyone at Hotel Bouffe d'été, including the knave, has their roots in Fontaine, and we will always defend our homeland. To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
It's all right. I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
Bye, Linny!
Paimon's so conflicted. Oh. We're finally out of there. We're finally out of there. Flame. 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 Alright, guys. Oh. Right here. And quit. Alright, how many wishes do we have here? You know, what's one wish? No, not the bulls. What's another wish? You know? I'm just joking. Just one wish. But we're getting to that. We've been streaming for like a few hours. So in it there, I'm not 100% sure what we are going to do tonight. We might continue just playing Genshin tonight. It might just be like a Genshin heavy-sided week. Or we'll figure out something else if not. Thank you for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I shall catch you guys in a couple hours. Bye-bye.